When Daniel was 25, he felt completely stuck in life. Every morning looked the same. Every evening felt heavier than the last, and the dreams he once had slowly faded into quiet disappointment. He blamed luck, money, the economy, even his past. But deep down, there was something else he never questioned: the people he spent his time with. Every night he sat with the same friends, listening to the same complaints about life being unfair. Nobody talked about building anything. Nobody talked about improving. They only talked about why nothing ever works. One evening, after another long and exhausting day, Daniel visited an old cafe at the corner of the city. It was quiet, almost empty, except for an old man sitting calmly near the window. The strange thing was that the table in front of him had 5 empty chairs placed neatly around it. Daniel ordered coffee and sat nearby, but the old man suddenly spoke. "Do you know," the old man said gently, "that your entire future is decided by just 5 chairs?" Daniel looked confused. "What do you mean?" The old man pointed toward the empty seats. "These 5 chairs represent the 5 people you spend the most time with. Whether you realize it or not, they are quietly shaping your thinking, your habits, your confidence, and eventually, your destiny." Daniel laughed a little. It sounded like philosophy, not reality. But the old man continued speaking in a calm voice that made Daniel curious. "The first chair," the old man said, touching it lightly, "belongs to the complainer. This person always finds what is wrong with the world. Spend enough time here, and your brain will slowly learn to see problems everywhere." Daniel immediately thought about one of his closest friends who complained about everything: jobs, money, successful people, even the weather. "The second chair," the old man continued, "belongs to the dream killer. This person doesn't chase dreams, and more dangerously, they convince others not to chase them either. They say things like, 'Be realistic,' or 'People like us cannot succeed.'" Daniel shifted in his seat. He had heard those exact words many times. "The third chair," the old man said, "belongs to the comfortable friend. This one isn't negative, but they love comfort. No risks, no growth, no challenges. Life stays small because safety feels good." Daniel felt a strange silence inside him. Then the old man pointed to the 4th chair. "This chair belongs to the builder. Someone who is trying to improve their life. They read, learn, fail, try again. Being around them forces you to grow, even if it's uncomfortable." And finally, he touched the last chair. "The 5th chair belongs to the believer. This person sees potential in you before you see it in yourself. They challenge you, support you, and remind you that your future can be bigger than your past." The cafe became very quiet. Daniel looked at the chairs again, but this time they didn't look empty. In his mind, he could clearly see the people sitting there. And suddenly, something uncomfortable became clear. 4 of his chairs were filled with the wrong people. The old man watched Daniel carefully and then said something that would stay with him forever. "Most people try to change their life without changing their chairs." Daniel didn't sleep much that night. For the first time, he wasn't thinking about money or luck or opportunities. He was thinking about the conversations he heard every day, the jokes about failure, the constant negativity, the fear of trying. Weeks passed. Slowly, Daniel began doing something difficult, not dramatic, not loud, just small decisions. He spent less time at the table of complaints. He stopped sharing his ideas with people who laughed at them. He started listening to podcasts, reading books, and meeting people who were building something with their lives. At first, It felt lonely. Growth often does. But something surprising happened. His thinking changed. Then his habits changed. Then his confidence changed. Months later, Daniel walked past the same cafe again. The old man wasn't there anymore, but the memory of the 5 chairs stayed with him, because he finally understood something most people realize too late. Success is rarely a sudden event. It is usually a quiet shift in the people around you. The conversations you hear every day become the thoughts in your mind. The thoughts in your mind become your decisions, and your decisions become your future. So, if life feels stuck, the answer may not be motivation. It may simply be the chairs. Look carefully at who is sitting around your table, because, whether you notice it or not, they are slowly writing your story.